Yeah, Destiny. I mean, they have had a lot of calls from the hospital actually where folks are checking in and they're having to see what is wrong with them, and then they realize that it's because they had those medications in their system and it's been so hot out and they're dehydrating faster. I tell you what, lately it feels like the only break from the heat is nightfall when it finally gets dark out here. I won't even start mowing the lawn until the sun starts to set, and then I'm trying to finish it before it gets too dark. So that's why I checked in with Poison Control about all this heat, and they gave me a few reminders for folks who are on medication to make sure they're staying safe all summer long.
It seems like we're getting them a little earlier than we would in previous summers.
Florida Poison Control gets calls all summer long from emergency rooms with overheated patients. Poison Control gets involved when those patients are on medications that don't mix well with the heat.
We have every medication, every side effect. We have treatments, therapies.
Spokesperson Mike McCormick has 3 S's to keep in mind when it comes to medications and heat. His first S is storage.
Medication is supposed to be stored at room temperature. The heat can actually reduce the efficacy of your medication.
McCormick says to keep medication somewhere cooler, not in your car or in your bag while you're outside all day, just to make sure it can still do its job. His second S, sweat.
Several of the medications that people take, anything from antibiotics to acne medication, the medication can tell your body not to sweat, which causes you to overheat more quickly.
If sweat blocking is a side effect, McCormick says it's something to think about while you're in the heat, knowing your body won't have a naturally cooling factor. He pointed out many blood pressure medications can impact a different way your body tries to cool off.
They are interfering with that thirst mechanism, so you won't get thirsty, so you won't get that other way to cool down.
The third S, sunburn.
They'll make you more susceptible to the sun, and you can end up with either sunburn, blistering.
Right, so McCormick's way of following all 3 of those S's is best advice, and this is pretty simple, maybe not the most fun, but when you get that medication, read what's on the back of it, or if you get a prescription medication, read that pamphlet as well. That way you can see what would relate to you and the sun and the heat, and that way you can stay safe all summer long. Destiny?
All right, thank you so much. Zach, anything else people need to know when taking medications in this hot weather?
Yeah, he actually told me there is a 4th S, and that's sleepiness. A lot of prescription medication, they'll make you kind of drowsy, so he said that's something else to keep in mind, especially when you're out in the sun. If you're sunbathing, maybe inclined to fall asleep a little bit more easily, so make sure you have somebody there who can wake you up before that, aids in your dehydration and your sunburn as well. And he also reminded folks that if they've been on medication for a long time, maybe time to check back and see what those side effects may be, especially if they've been on it for a while. They treat it the same in the winter as they do in the summer, just to keep that in mind when they're outside and trying to power through this ridiculous heat that we've had.
All right, thank you so much. Zach Wilcox reporting live for us downtown. We appreciate you, Zach.